the cusp and trying to prove a point in this one. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels, as we'll see a squad from the American, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Canes ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Ole Miss.
The give to the tailback. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Guys, let's take just a second and talk about Ole Miss. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Jackson will throw. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Rebels can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for a gap. It's Reeder. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on 2nd down, and you see guys leading into the 2nd level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets the give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll send the back in motion. Jackson gonna throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. They're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Got it in the middle. It's Watkins. Touchdown! Ole Miss! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Dropping back, it's Owens. Fires to the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you kick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent.
There he goes. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Open space at the 25. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Jackson will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. Oh, he's got some space. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
I don't think the defense was expecting an outside run there. Offensively, they go with the toss play, and the running back's able to get to the outside and downfield. It was too late before the defense was able to tackle him out of bounds.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Canes! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the right. Hauls it in. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Making side adjustments here. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Jackson gonna throw it. That's caught. It's Lee. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Brings into the open. stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Just keeps slinging it. Got his man quickly. Just discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Rebels are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
And the Rebels will snap it on first and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Jackson will throw. Here's the pressure. Hit as he throws. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on third and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Ohio State is in front. They've led for most of the game. However, Brutus isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Tennessee. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Snap to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Back to throw, it's Owens. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in, it's Lanier. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The Canes build their program around playmakers like that.
They do, Reese, and speed on the outside makes everybody so much better. Finding those home run hitters, those playmakers, those are the guys when Miami's rolling, those are the guys they're finding.
Quickly complete. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Hurricanes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
You know, that time I like the idea by the offense on 2nd and inches to go pass because the defense is probably thinking run. So you feel like if we go play action, maybe we can get a one-on-one outside and hit it. You got to give the defense credit, though. They were ready for it. They were able to get the sack, now setting up 3rd and long.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got a man, it's Porter. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays, the quarterback and his unit is executing, and this defense right now, they have no answers.
Toss to the outside. Makes him talk to the hand. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Canes can really attack on this 2nd and short. To the air, it's Owens. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got an open man. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Give to the running back. Got enough space. Touchdown, Miami. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Jackson gonna throw it. This time he's got his man.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Snagged on the outside, it's Lee. And he'll almost run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact.
That's when I think if the running back could have over, he would just let that ball sail out of bounds incomplete, because he made the catch but lost yards because of it. It wasn't an accurate throw. He'll know next time to just let that ball go.
Wants to go up top. Dances away to buy time. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got a kick in the door. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rebels!
That's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing, I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And he tacked on the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Owens. The short hands, it's Porter. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And the Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Takes the easy one to the back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. And the Hurricanes moving quickly to the line. Scanning the field, it's Owens. Fires to the right. He's got it. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Buying some time as he moves left. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. on the ground. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. From the gun. Looking for the score. It's incomplete. A fourth down stop and the turnover on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for a pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Direct snap. It's Lee. Got a little space. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Rebels will kick it away to start the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Complete to the left. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Owens. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is long for Miami, but finding those elite speedsters down in the state of Florida, it's not a hard job.
Direct snap. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Back to pass. He'll throw it. Makes the grab. It's Odom. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
He gets it across the 25 to the 24. Give him 5 on the carry. The Canes in the hurry-up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Turning it on. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. And they take it in for 6 more points.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Syracuse is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Ernie Davis among the legends to wear that uniform. They're trailing by 10 to Nebraska. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Jackson will throw. Snagged out of the air. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Snagged in the middle. It's Cunningham. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Looking to throw again. Makes the grab. It's Watkins. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. Got enough for the first down. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop. But you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And the Rebels back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Sends it back in motion. Now from inside the red zone. Caught over the middle. It's Watkins. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Jackson gonna throw it. He's got the tight end. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Shotgun snap on third down. Makes the grab. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's
touchdown, Ole Miss! Quick strike through the air for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
to get the two-point conversion here and make it a three-point game. Looking to throw. He makes the catch for the two, and now they're down by just a field goal. They march 78 yards down the field, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. I guess a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Snags a quick pass on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Quarterback will keep it. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. He'll take it himself. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Hurricanes looking to convert on 4th down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Miami.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind end.
Gonna run it. It's Lee. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
The Rebels in a good spot here with second and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
From the gun, give on the inside. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Jackson will throw. It's complete to the right. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Quarterback making adjustments. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
Man, I do not want a guy that will dance. I want square shoulders to the line of scrimmage, take the snap, secure the football, play physical, and fall forward. Nice job by that running back getting the first down.
And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure.
Black 29 Bongo. Black 29 Bongo. White 29.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to first and goal, but great job on first and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
Gets the back moving. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Reeder. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Rebels! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the 4th quarter for the touchdown.
Now for the extra point try late in the game. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Will open from the 15. To the air, it's Owens. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Moving away from pressure. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket, the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away. The defense took advantage with the interception.
Ready to send the offense onto the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, though.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down and brings up 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Jackson gonna throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Reeder. He's gonna come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And he missed it. No good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.